Good day, viewers. I am Sarah B. You're tuning in to Just Be Tarot. Thank you for your amazing energy and bringing it to this live. It makes me so happy when you guys get involved. I'm just shuffling through a couple of oracle decks before we get started for the overall energy of the reading. Hope you all have had a good week. We already have one card popping out, so that's a good thing. Oh. Okay, so the first card that came out, I might as well tell you now, is options. Okay, and then we have children. Okay, so this could involve your options. Maybe you have a pregnancy and you are weighing your options as far as how you're going to move forward with it. When the children's card first flew out, I heard acting like children. So some of you might be in a relationship or be acting immaturely. I just heard that maybe you are getting irritated because your kids are being rambunctious and whatever. I mean, and I'm hearing let them act like children. So I'm getting actually a lot of different downloads from this. I'm hearing a lot of things. So there are a lot's coming through right now. As far as these two cards go, these two just flipped out. So you might have to make some weighty decisions. I just heard I was supposed to do this scale here. I heard weighty decisions. So you might have to make some weighty decisions on your, this could be careers, this could be possibilities going forward in your life, this could be, like I said, this could be how you're going to move forward in a hard situation. But there are going to be big decisions that you have to make, weighty decisions. So I'm hearing that to move forward with strength. Move forward with grace. And no matter what you choose, your higher power is going to have your back. No matter what you choose. I'm hearing there's no wrong decision, but you need to follow your gut and do what's right for you. Not what's right for somebody who's giving you advice, but what is right for you right now in your circumstance. This is your path. And these decisions, especially if they're involving children, are important. And you have to do what's right for you, maybe for your family, for your children, for your life. Okay? Yes, it's good to go to other people for advice. Yes, it's important. However, it's you that has to make this decision, and I'm being told to remind you to follow your gut. This is, at the end of the day, it's you who has to walk your path. Okay, let's see if there's anything else from the... Okay, so... Thank you. Go on the phone. I don't think so. Okay, so... Oh, this is a beautiful card. Talk to your angels. I'm not sure I ever got this card before, and I've been using this deck for a long time. Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine grace. It almost looks like a shaman or ask for divine grace. Instead of worrying, ask for divine grace. Stay present in your situation. Don't worry about the future because, like I said, Spirit has your back no matter what decisions you make, no matter what the outcome is. It's going to be how it's meant to be. And we have yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. So if you are not doing that currently, this might be a sign that maybe you should embrace yoga or at least stretching. Maybe you're not stretching before you're jogging or exercising. Maybe you're not stretching afterwards. And this is Spirit reminding you to do that. It's important for your overall health. You could really injure yourself if you're not stretching when you're exercising. Um, Exercising, moving around is important. It's getting nicer outside. So really the excuses are going to be very limited to why we're not getting out and at least being in the air, maybe taking a walk, even if it's down the street. Um, Take that walk. Maybe the only walk you get all day is to the printer at work or to the bathroom. Um, that means you need to get more exercise. So it's time for you to incorporate just maybe parking a little bit further away than you normally would, um, to a store, or just making those extra little efforts to increase your movement, your mobility. It's I'm feeling like it's Spirit telling you it's I just heard do or die. Golly. Um, Maybe it is for some of you. It might be a really, really important health risk that you're not exercising, that you're not getting the mobility that you're needing. And yoga by itself and meditation, because this person is meditating. Um, so you might want to maybe create some more uh, time to meditate and clear your chakras and envision that. See this, the crown chakra? This person's envisioning that white light coming through and going down to the root. And that is what clears your chakras. So this is all important for keeping your body, your mind, and your soul healthy. Is incorporating these things into your life. It's a lifestyle change. And it's really, you just have to think about it that way and start living that life. All right, so let's see. Now, this talk to your angels. Um, it's so important to connect with your guides and guardians. You're the archangels, people who are surrounding you, those of you who have passed loved ones. Ask them for guidance. If you don't trust your own intuition, your own gut feelings, then ask for guidance from your guides or guardians. They will lead you on the right path. That's what they're there for. That's their only job God gave them, was to watch out for you. Isn't that amazing? You have this whole tribe following you all day, and their one job is to make sure that they have your back. So ask them for signs. They're going to give you signs, but sometimes you have to ask for it because of the choices, that you're allowed to make. I mean, it's divine guidance is super important, but free will is a thing. Like your angels want you to choose. They're not going to dictate your life. They want you to choose, but sometimes they have to intervene and kind of guide you the right way. Hi, how are you, Firmino? Good to see you. Okay, so I am shuffling for this next deck, Oracle cards. Thank you. Communicating freely. Let's pull another one. Oh, thank you. Expecting miracles. And I just heard that If you're partnered with somebody, sure, of course. If you're partnering with somebody who is a non communicator or is terrible at communicating, and you're expecting them to get back to you or change their ways or all of a sudden um, become a communicator, you're expecting miracles. That's the first thing I heard. It's like these, and I for some reason, and communication is one of my love languages, and I'm always choosing people who are terrible communicators, and it stinks. So it's like I feel like this is a direct hit at me. You're expecting miracles. This isn't going to happen. So, for some of you, that might be an issue for you too, but I feel like this is a direct hit for me. I'm part of the collective as well, so I get it. But communicating freely, talking, bringing feelings to the table, enjoying each other's company, giving that energy. People want to be in your energy, and that's all about communicating and telling the truth and vibing with somebody. So when you feel that energy, then and you feel that it's a safe place, you're being guided to communicate freely. Maybe it's time to um, let down um, your guard. Maybe it's time to be more free and trust that you're able to be with a person who is a safe place. And miracles are blossoming in my life. Sometimes, we think that things are will never happen, but so many things are happening right now. There's so many changes going on in the world, in each other's lives, in our personal lives, that it's like we have to make sure that we're keeping our chins up, our faith up, our vibes up, our energy up, because things are changing and the alchemy of things are changing, and you are being asked to be prepared for these miracles that are happening. They might not look like good things right now, but you're going to look back and be like, I remember when I was struggling with this change, and you're going to look at it and take the lessons from it because you got through it and you were able to do that. All right, let's pull a card for my friend Firmino here. One oracle card for Firmino Spirit. What does Firmino need to hear? Oop, opening to love. My heart is open. Do you need to open that heart chakra, Firmino? Um, is it time that you stay open to love? Maybe this is about not just going after one type of person. This could be entertaining a different type of person because maybe the other ones have not worked out before. And, you're placing your heart in the wrong hands. This could also be maybe you have been jaded in the past, and opening back up to a new love or romance or letting somebody in is not an easy thing. In fact, it's really hard because if you've been jaded or that trust has been taken away, a whole relationship is built on trust. So this could be about maybe you have been jaded and now it's time to open back up to love, and you can trust the next person isn't going to be previous relationships, and the next person isn't going to carry those same characteristics. And you take your lessons, like I said, with you, and if it's not something that you enjoy, then you move on. You don't have to stay with anybody if you're not vibing, but this is about moving forward. I also got traveling, Um, maybe you're traveling for the holiday that's coming up, and maybe you're going to meet somebody. I'm feeling, I hear it's been rough. It was a rough time for you, but now finding love and keeping yourself open to it is super important for you, because I feel like love is coming in towards you for sure. Yay, Firmino. And couldn't we all use love? And you know what? And it's also good to focus on the love that you already have in your life. The love that surrounds you each and every day. Um, because that brings more love towards you. Okay, so for the next card for the collective is Cherishing Self. I accept and love myself. Now, this is a beautiful card because it's not just, you know, we usually see the self care. We usually see somebody relaxing in a tub and an oracle card or whatever. But this is about, look, eating a salad. They're feeding themselves healthy. They're buying themselves flowers or picking flowers or growing flowers from their garden. They're indulging. You can indulge in things and not overindulge. So having that glass of wine doesn't mean you have to drink the whole bottle, but you can indulge buying yourself that present. Maybe you made it to a goal. Maybe you decided you wanted to lose weight and you decided, when I get to this, I am going to buy myself a new pair of running shoes. When I do this, maybe when I get a promotion, I'm going to buy that stereo. The stereo. Do people even have stereos anymore? I don't know why stereo came into my mind. But I'm going to get that new flat screen, or you know, what have you. It's about treating yourself well, because sometimes we're the only people that we can rely on is ourselves, and cherishing ourselves is a big deal, because if we're not cherishing ourselves, nobody else is. Um, my dad used to say, "You feel good, you look good," because it shows when you feel good about yourself, when you feel good, it shows on the outside. So taking care of yourself, starting with health, and then moving on to different indulgences is an okay thing. You're allowed to do that. Well, you're allowed to do anything you want. You have free will. But I'm just saying. All right. Hi, Hannah. How are you? I am shuffling now for tarot to see what spirit has for us. What messages spirit has. Spirit, what are the messages that the collective is looking for this weekend coming up? And feel free to ask any questions. If you ask a question, I usually take 2 cards to answer. Okay, Hannah. Shuffling for Hannah. She came through with a question she would like to know. Okay. When will she get a job? When is Hannah going to get a job? Okay, not yet. I feel like we have the Hierophant and the Fool in reverse, which means that it's not going to be this weekend or maybe this week. But I want to clarify this Hierophant. I'm being told to clarify that. I feel like there is something that's being reviewed. Maybe it has to go through a different, maybe you're on an interview or somebody has your resume and it has to go through a system. Like you pass the first set of interview and it has to go to the next. I'm getting something along those lines. It's like being sent to the next level. Spirit, what do you mean by this Hierophant for Hannah? What do they need to know about this job? They want to know when they're going to get a job. Clarifying the Hierophant. Thank you. The Empress. So you're in total control. You have prosperity. I feel like you look like a good prospect for employers. What else do we need to know about this Hierophant? I feel like it's going up in the ladder or being passed on to people. Page of Pentacles, new opportunity. Yeah, so I feel like it's not going to be this coming week, but I do feel like there is at least one company that is interested in you. We have this new opportunity here. The Empress and the Hierophant. Do you see that? So I feel like there's new opportunities coming in. I feel like there at some point somebody might have said you're overqualified. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe you were shooting for a job that you're overqualified for. Because you're in this, like, you have this Empress energy. But the Page is just learning. But that could be that new position. Because it's new. But you're being looked at as an Empress. Like, you look like a really good prospect. They might be looking at I just heard looking at your social media. So you might want to clean up your social media, is what I also just heard. Because you might have prospective employers looking at your social media. So that might mean something as well. I hope that helps, Hannah. All right. Your soulmate? Sure. All right, Spirit. Our friend Hannah also wants to know about her soulmate since she's here. What does she need to know about her soulmate? What does Hannah need to know about her soulmate? Thank you. Oh, we got 3 cards. Let's see here. I see that there's good luck coming in. I feel like there might be more than one soulmate you are entertaining, or more than one person might be coming into your energy. And you may have to make a decision about. I feel like you might be stuck on somebody from the past. It's like you don't want to give up on this one energy, which is making it hard for you to move on to another energy. It's like you're not with them, this person you don't want to give up on, but you don't want to be with somebody else in case they come back. I don't know if that makes sense. But I feel like there's somebody that you're still stuck on. Like you haven't cut ties with this person. And if you don't cut ties with somebody, it makes it very, very hard for your energy to be placed elsewhere. So your higher power doesn't know, they can only feel like your energy going to this one direction. Um and it's hard for other energies to feel like you're giving off the single. Does that make I hope that makes sense. But I do feel like you're stuck on somebody from the past, you're not giving up. We have the 9 of wands, and then we have the 2 of swords. And it's like with this wheel of fortune, I'm feeling like you feel like I heard everything all at once. Like you're feeling all of these things. It's like you're feeling all the feels, and every time you talk to this other person, it's a rush, but you know that it's not a good vibe for you, and you feel like you should move on, and you know you should, but you're having a hard time letting go. And it's time to make a decision, like, do I stick this out, or do I move on to something that's going to serve me a little bit better? All right, Hannah, I hope that helped you. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you're not already. Please, please, please. Thank you. All right, so let's move on and see what else is going on. What else, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so this is for the collective, back to the collective. Now we have the Fool in reverse again. Oh my goodness. There is something happening here. We have the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups both in reverse. That is no bueno for a relationship. No passion, no love. But I feel like there is no, it's like you're stuck in this path. You're stuck. You're not moving forward. That is not a fun time for whoever this couple is. This is people who are stuck. Look, she's looking at him and he's just looking away. No emotional energy. He has no emotional energy left. And she's done with passion. That stinks. Let me clarify this Fool card. So you guys might be having a rough weekend. Whoever this Queen of Wands is and King of Cups might be having a big talk. 4 of Pentacles, holding on to something. Yep. Trying to hold on to something. I'm clarifying the Fool card. Page of Swords. Trying to hold on to something. Trying to figure out what went wrong. But sometimes holding on hurts a lot more than letting go. You want to try to figure things out is what I'm getting. Trying to figure things out with this page of swords. But with this, I mean, the king and queen are seasoned people. These are people who are established. We're not talking about knights here. I feel like maybe some people are staying together for the kids with this Page of Swords, because Page is like a new energy, a child, somebody trying to learn, somebody trying to understand. You might be staying together because you're trying to figure out how to deal with splitting assets, the children, the pets. I feel like this is new to both of you, and it's like you start going through things, and it's kind of like you don't, you're kind of thinking like, this is a lot to go through. Would you rather just stick together? It's like you keep holding on to that hope of, rather than start all this, rather than tell the kids, rather than call the mediator. But when there is no passion and no emotional feelings anymore, and we're clarifying the Fool right now, stuck, stuck energy, holding on to something. Let's continue and get out of that energy. It's making me sad. All right, let's focus on happy things. Hopefully. I mean, not all things are happy, so I do have to give the bad with the good. But let's see what else is going on, Spirit. What else do the people need to know? What else is going on? Woo! Goodness. Oh, that was aggressive. I was told to hold on for that one. Keep shuffling. Oh, okay. Just as I thought. I feel like this might be a separation or something to do with court. Kids, remember, kids might be something to do with child support, or kids are involved. And I even said for one of the first cards I pulled was children options. It's making sense now. Um, so I feel like this might be having to do with this. And we have the Fool. Hi, Lee. The Fool in, or Heavenly. Heavenly. That is so cute. I love that. Um, I feel like your weight, it's going to, whatever decision you have or you get is going to lift a weight from your shoulders. Is going to, you're going to be able to, it's going to take a lot off your plate is what I'm hearing. Um, you're going to feel a lot better. You're not going to feel as anxious. Whatever this decision that's coming with this justice card, whatever justice is served, it's going to make you feel more at ease. All right, Heavenly. Okay, so I'm just going to pull a couple cards. You know the question? Okay, let's see here. What? I feel like you might be attached to somebody who might not be so good for you. But let me pull another card before I open my big mouth. Or this could be you, but I feel like this is somebody in your energy that I almost feel like you're trying to save somebody. You are trying to, I feel like you're an empath is the energy that I'm getting, and that you are the type of person who people who are not so good news are drawn to you. People who need healing, people who may have issues because we're healers, empaths. We're healers. We feel emotion. They're naturally drawn to us because they feel like we're going to save them. I feel like that's a person in your energy. It doesn't have to be maybe a romantic relationship. This could be a family member, but you're feeling like you are bound to them. Like you have to help them. You are chained to them. You're constantly checking up on them, constantly making sure that they're okay. Um, but with the other card, I only really pull two cards per reading. This is not working out. You're frustrated, you have anxiety, you have a lot of sleepless nights because of this energy. I feel like this person needs healing and they look to you as that person. And that's not a bad thing. It's not bad when people look at us as healers. But when they expect it, that you, are going to step in and save the day, it's not okay. Now, of course, free will. You are welcome to do anything that you want, but I feel like this is spirit saying to you, maybe you have to detach with love. Maybe you need to take a step back and let them take care of their own mistakes, let them take care of themselves, because you're doing a lot of the saving for this person. You're intervening and saving the day a lot. And this could be causing you not just, like I said, the anxiety, the sleepless nights, but I feel like it's causing you a financial burden as well. And it's a lot for you. And I don't know if I'm coming close to this hitting this at all, but that's what I'm seeing with this. And if it's not you, then it might be somebody in your energy, because I do feel like you're an empath and that you carry a lot of energy as well. So if it's not you that I'm picking up on, oh, that is, why would he say that? Right, but opening your third eye, why would you play for black angels around anybody? I hope you are constantly asking your guides and guardians for protection of your energy. That is messed up. And making sure you have plenty of sage anytime you see him. Make sure anytime you see him that there is protection around you as far as your energy. Ask for protection. Yeah, opening up your third eye isn't a bad thing, but praying for black angels around you is a little aggressive. You can always say, that you want energy to go back on him. I mean, I don't know if I agree with that, putting that kind of energy back on somebody else, but I know there's some spells like that. I'm not really a spell caster. Um, I kind of just like to protect my energy and have a lot of protective um, affirmations and stuff. But I know there are people who do spells for protective energy too. So, but that is crazy. So that would explain the but I feel like I said, I feel like Heavenly, you are an empath and you pick up on this energy and it sticks to you. So maybe he's the black angel that is actually sticking to you, unfortunately. I wonder what he means by black angel. That's weird. He says that it's good. I mean, why can't he just say angel then? Why does it have to be a black angel? I don't know. I don't understand. Some people, there's no real rule book for spirituality. So it's kind of like people develop their own rules. And so you never know really what people mean by things like that. They read something somewhere and they think that that's I don't know. I don't know what what he's talking about. Um, but back to the collective. This is a five. I do not like this. We said I was listening to a reading last night and these same cards came out in this lady's reading. The 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. This is not okay. This is winning at any cost, being manipulative, getting robbed, playing people, playing the system, getting away with things, being manipulative, putting yourself first, very egoic energy, self sabotage. Be careful this weekend, please, everybody. Um, you might not be able to trust people who you would normally trust. People that you're saying stuff to, you might not be able to consider them a safe place. They could mix your words or try to sabotage you. This could be have to do with work, or it could be um, through another means. This could be like somebody, you're talking to somebody at a party and they, are trying to go fishing, Phishing, and they're trying to find out the scoop on so and so because they're in your circle. And so people might be trying to just manipulate a situation or trying to just fish for a story or gossip. Stay away from that energy this weekend. Don't be just trusting people. I do feel like it's not a good energy. Uh, Protect yourself at work. Somebody might be about to throw you under the bus or take credit for your work or a role that you played a heavy part in. They might be trying to take credit for that. And you've worked really hard at it. I'm seeing that there is people are going to get hurt. Like there might be circumstances that are happening where, and this could even be you that is trying to self sabotage or win at any cost. I mean, this doesn't have to be somebody, it could be you who is trying to do this. I might be calling somebody out right now, but it's hurting people. You could be the one of the people getting hurt, or this could be you doing the hurting. People are walking away from you because of your energy. And you're going to end up being left standing alone, picking up the pieces. So make sure that you trust the people that you're confiding in this weekend. Make sure they have your back and they're not going to use your your goodness, your hard work, your love, your compassion, your empathy for evil purposes. Page of Pentacles. Again, opportunities coming in. So we got this before, clarifying. Hannah asking if about a job. So for some of you, there's a new opportunity coming your way. This could be, it typically has to do with, the Page of Pentacles, learning something new, a new way to make money. Maybe it's a side hustle. This could be something you're investing in on the side, like, what do they call that? Something income, where it passive income. Thank you, Spirit. That you'll invest in something and it kind of makes money for you without you having to do anything. That could be this. Maybe you're getting involved in something along that line. This could be a new start. This could be a new indication that somebody's going to be coming in, paying you compliments, maybe wanting to put their energy into you, maybe investing in you, starting out in something. Okay, let's see. Queen of Swords. You might be called to be brutally honest with somebody. Oftentimes, Queen of Swords is a cold energy. I'm feeling like this might be somebody coming to you for advice and you just having to be as honest as you possibly can. Might it hurt? Yes, but I feel like people come to you because they know that you are only going to offer the truth, that you don't mince words, that what you say comes from a place of love and not from a place of disrespect. This is somebody who, it could be boss energy, like lady boss energy, with having to put the foot down and saying enough's enough. You have to sometimes, when you want to be fun and having a good time, but then it's like if you're in a position of being a boss, or um it's like sometimes you have to say, you know what, no, I told you this. So maybe you're having trouble with your team at work, or maybe this is your family. Maybe you have to ground one of your kids. If people still do that, I don't know. I feel like that's an old fashioned term. I don't really hear people use it too often anymore. But again, I don't really have people of that age that are going to get grounded. um, but yeah, Queen of Swords is laying down the law and having to put your foot down for something, having to be brutally honest. So I feel like somebody might be coming into your energy. I feel like discipline is the best word for it. I feel like somebody, you're going to have to wear the discipline hat this weekend. Um, and it's nobody's going to like it, but it's something that's you're going to have to do, because you definitely don't want to be manipulated or walked all over, especially with these cards coming out. Okay, you have to make sure your communication is impeccable. And we got that card too, communicating. Okay, so it's like with all these swords, I feel like communication is really warranted this weekend. Um, you need to be precise with your words and make sure that you're understood. And if it's you're texting, make sure, I was gonna say make sure all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, but that's handwriting. But you get what I'm saying. Like, make sure, like, when you, it couldn't be misconstrued into something, because sometimes texts are vague. So you need to word it in a way that it can't be misconstrued. Um, because I feel like communication is definitely imperative this week, is what I'm hearing. All right, so I am going to move on to the romance angels and see what's going on there. For those of you who are looking for some romance or even in a relationship, or have maybe a situationship or whatever situation you're in. Oops. Okay. All of them. Okay. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So for some of you, it might be one-sided. You know, um, the attraction's there, but it might not be growing. Unfortunately, that happens. But it's also a good sign to move on. Stop wasting your time, because there is going to be somebody out there who actually wants to be in your energy and wants your love. So if somebody's telling you they're not feeling it, it's a good thing that they're not wasting your time. You know, they're not being wishy-washy. They're not leading you on. They're saying, you know what, not feeling it. And you're like, okay, that gives you an opportunity to be like, next. Trust. This situation is calling you to have faith. Okay, so definitely, it's hard. That's a hard one, because I know that we got those King of Cups and Queen of Wands in reverse. So, and also any situation, or any love relationship, or, manifesting even a love relationship. The situation is calling for you to have faith, and it's hard. It's hard for you, to 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 have faith that things are going to work out the way it should, even though it might not look the way you want. All right, we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. All right, so for some of you, you might be called upon this weekend to maybe move to the next level with somebody. Maybe if you're a friend or whatever, somebody might come to you and say that they feel more for you. Worth waiting for. See, I was just saying that. Divine timing. So I feel like we're being called to trust that everything is working out for its greatest good. And like I said, it may turn out not the way that we want it to, but the way it's going to happen is going to be for our greatest good. And because that's how our higher power sees us the happiest. All right, so let's do this messages of love. Oh, I was called to, okay. I was called to do this one next. So we'll do this one next. Okay, this is another love oracle deck. Okay. Passion. Insane chemistry, like each other equally, and having fun. Now that's what I'm talking about. An equal relationship. You both feel the same way. And you're just having fun with each other. Sunglasses. Watching, looking, stalking. Gaslighting, perception, focusing out. So maybe somebody's watching you on social media, somebody is asking questions about you, somebody wants to know more about you. Maybe they just need to come to you and ask themselves instead of being so creepy. So watch out for that energy. Palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. So maybe you are being called um, to have these qualities, or you can be, it could be a sign that you are showing these qualities. You're showing growth in a relationship. There is endurance and flexibility, and you're able to grow as two separate people into one unit. And Cupid's arrow, have faith. Love is coming. Surprise, invitation, or meeting. Hesitation. So for some of you, you might get a surprise invitation or meeting somebody. And this is a indication to take that invitation, take that meeting. You might meet your soulmate at this event. All right. I like those. Thank you, Spirit, for leading me to that deck. Okay, and let's see what we have here. Thank you. Warning. Don't miss the red flags here. Okay, so when you're dating somebody, sometimes you don't see the full picture. You have blinders on because you're so into them. But if people are coming to you and saying, you know what, this is my feelings on somebody, they're not telling you because they are not happy for you and they don't want to see you happy. They're telling you because this is what they see. And they don't, it hurts to have somebody that they care about so much be treated the way that they're treating you when you can't even see it. So if there are red flags or somebody is letting you know, then, if you're not going to act on it immediately, just keep it in the back of your mind that this is something that maybe they need to work on or something that, you guys need to talk about, because I'm telling you, third parties, they see a lot more than you do in the relationship. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for the collective? Thank you. Go slow. Take time to get to know each other. There's no rush, I just heard. No rush. Go slow. Some of you might be friends right now, and maybe something is building. Fate. This is a destined partnership. Now we're going in the right direction. What else, Spirit? Anything else from this deck? Do we have any other messages from this deck, Spirit? Oops, thank you. Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Second card with divine timing. So alchemy is happening. It's going to be a fated relationship, but we have to be patient. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. We got that unrequited love. So for some of you, they're not feeling the same way. Your true love is already a part of your life. Like I just said, this person could already be in your life. This person could be a friend you're just getting to know. Go slow, because they might already be here. All right, now this is messages from Spirit with this deck. Let's see what Spirit, thank you. Forgive yourself. Know that it's not your fault. The hardest thing to do is forgive yourself. Volunteer. This is a good time of year to get involved in like township activities, like cleaning up parks, or helping kids outside, getting outside. Maybe you're a camp counselor. um, maybe you're volunteering for Easter egg hunts or whatever with your community. So volunteer, help the people around you, help your community, help your loved ones. Let's see what else Spirit has. Anything else here? Thank you. Go outside. I just said that. Go outside. Do something fun. A lot of things are happening in people's communities at this time of year. Okay, it's been raining, April showers, but it's about to get really nice. So make use of the outside, get outside, go for a walk, go play, um, do what you can to raise that energy and that vibration. Talk with a financial advisor. Maybe this is a reminder that some of you need to do your taxes. I know here in the United States, tax day is coming up next week, and that stuff needs to be handled. So this might be a reminder for some of you. Can I get a couple more, Spirit? Oh, this one. Write a closure letter. Keep it, mail it, or burn it. That helps. I know I've written more than one in my lifetime. It does get a lot of emotion out, and you're able to clear your head. It helps you stay present, and you can put it behind you. That's closure after all, right? I feel a piece of hair. Does anybody else hate when that happens? Oh well, I guess I'll find it later. It's tickling me when I shuffle. Okay, and we have connect with your higher power or your higher self. So don't forget to ask spirit guides, guardians to protect you. Heavenly, you need some protection for sure. But that's what they're there for. They're there to, they have your back. They want to protect you. Okay, you always have your free will. But asking for signs and connecting, um, being introspective, asking for guidance, asking for being grateful. First of all, that's the biggest help for manifestations, is just being grateful for what you have right now. It's super important, and is, like I said, the biggest help for anything you're manifesting. All right, so I am going to leave it here. I hope you guys had an amazing time. I know I did. I love when people participate. It makes me so happy, and I really enjoy pulling cards for you guys. It makes me really, really connect with you. I love your feedback. Um, my heart goes out to all of you who are struggling right now. It's a tough time. It's a tough time. And it's breaking my heart. I can feel that energy. I can. So don't think it goes unnoticed. I am praying for you guys. I'm putting healing energy out for you and positive energy. And I really, really do care about you. And I hope that this is a good weekend for you. Please stay safe and protected. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.